Hi, Warlock. Today we'll be doing something math lesson 26. The first one says the angles in the picture below are complementary. What is the measure of A? So complementary means they add up to 90 degrees. So these two angles will add up to 90 degrees. 3A plus 2A, because we have 1 degree here, 1 degree here. This will add up to 90 degrees. 5A is equal to 90. And we divide by 5 on both sides to get just A. That would be A is equal to 18 degrees. So the answer would be C. Number 2 says if A is equal to 40 degrees and A and B are vertical angles, what is the value of B? So let's just say we have an X right here, and we have angles 2 and angles 1. And then let's just say we have angles 3 and angles 4. Oops. So 4, yeah. So 1 and 2 would be vertical angles, so they're like a line, they are across from each other. Same for 3 and 4. And the rule for vertical angles is that if they are across from each other and if they are vertical angles, they are the same value, so the same number of degrees. So if A was 40 in this case, equals 40, this means B right here would also be 40 degrees. The answer would be A, 40 degrees. Number 3 says, what is the measure of A in the picture below? So for this one, on number 3, basically, the rule for this one is that we know that this exterior angle right here, this exterior angle right here, it would be the sum of these two angles added up. So for example, 100 degrees is our exterior angle, and we do 42 degrees plus A, that would be our exterior angle. So it would be 42 plus A is equal to 100. We subtract 42, and that would give us A is equal to 58. So 58 degrees would be our answer here. Number 4 says, what is the measure of A in the picture below? So you know that this whole angle is 120 degrees. However, we want to find A, and there's 5A and 7A. And these cover the same span if you look at it and think about it. So if you had 7A plus 5A, that is equal to 120 degrees. And then you would combine the like terms, which is 12A, equals 120 degrees, and you divide by 12 on both sides, you get A is equal to 10 degrees. So the answer would be B. Number 5 says, how many common vertices do two adjacent angles have? So adjacent angles are, for example, let's just draw this. Adjacent angles would be right next to each other, so like this. They aren't connected necessarily, but they're right next to each other. So this would be one adjacent angle, and then 2. So the vertex would be right here, which would be like the stem, you could kind of think of it. So two adjacent angles share one vertex because it's right in the middle and it goes to both. The answer would be B1. Number 6 is, what is the measure of A in the picture below? These are adjacent angles. What this means is that they are going to add to 180 degrees. The adjacent angles add to 180 degrees. So we know 4A plus 2A add to 180 degrees. So it'll be 6A is equal to 180 degrees. Divided by 6 on both sides, that gives A is equal to 30 degrees. The answer would be D, 30. Number 7 says, what is the measure of A in the picture below? So this box right here is what we call a right angle. Right angles are always 90 degrees. So you could just label this in 90 degrees. So we know in a triangle, all three degrees, or all three angles, have to add up to 180 degrees. So we know 90 and 51. 90 plus 51. And we don't know the last one, so let's just say that was A. And we know that all three must add to 180. So now we add. This would be 141 degrees plus A is equal to 180 degrees. So we subtract 141 on both sides. That will give us A is equal to 39 degrees. So this missing angle right here would be 39 degrees. Number 8 says, which angle in the picture below is supplementary to this? So supplementary means that the two angles add up to 180 degrees. Oops. Yep. The two angles add up to 180 degrees. So we know, let's just do a process of elimination. We know this is 90. We know vertical angles, which would be these two. These two, they would add up to, they would be the same because they're vertical. So right off the bat, we know this is wrong because that will not add to 180. On the contrary, we know that this is 90. So these two must add up to 90 as well because a triangle is 180 degrees. And supplementary means 180. So these two, that would be wrong. And this one, these two are adjacent, which means adjacent angles always add up to 180 degrees, which is supplementary. So the answer would be C. Yeah. And then number 9 says, what is the measure of A in the picture below? So it would just be, since this is an exterior angle, it would be 80 is equal to 3 plus 2A. So it would be 3A plus 2A is equal to 80. 5A is equal to 80. We divide by 5 on both sides. That goes A is equal to 16. So the answer would be C.